Well, howdy, friends and floorheads. It's time to play City of Mist. This is City of Mist by Son of Oak Game Studios. It is a very unique RPG. It blends film noir with elements of supernatural, superhuman characters, and layers of conspiracy and danger. Our city is Grayhaven, though most of its citizens call it simply the city. People show up here, but struggle to remember why. They find that leaving is harder than it should be. Something keeps the citizens of this city within its borders. It is something old moving underneath the city through the streets, and it hides behind everyone who thinks things are normal. Call it the mist. And the mist doesn't erase the impossible, it explains it. It gives your brain a version it can live with and then locks the door. And most people in Grayhaven are what we call sleepers, unaware of what the city really is, unaware of what moves beneath the surface of their ordinary lives. Our four people are not sleepers. Something woke up inside each of them, something ancient and legendary. They don't know what it is or where it came from. They only know it's there. They are rifts. And there are other rifts in this city. How and why a wide range of legendary mythos integrated with normal people remains a mystery. First off, we have Tyler, a 17-year-old punk kid with a GoPro camera, an appetite for likes and shares, and a gift for finding himself in places he shouldn't be. Inside him is the mythos of Silent Hill. There's Aurora, a social worker worn to the bone as she fights for the people the system forgets. She has a clear path and a purpose and feels everyone deserves the same. Inside her is the mythos of a lighthouse. Ezekiel, a middle-aged factory worker running on quiet endurance and the love of his daughter. He does what is needed and protects those he cares for. Inside him is the mythos of a magical girl. And Vex, a master who controls and protects the sex work in the neighborhood. She also has a complicated relationship with a high-end client, the chief of police. Inside her is the mythos of the Ether Dome. To watch how these four characters come together, you can watch our episode 0. We built these characters from the ground up, and that recording, of course, is on YouTube. Tonight is session 1. Tonight we see these four characters come alive along with the city. This is City of Mist. Let's find out what the four of them can uncover in their search for the truth.
The city wakes up wet under skies that never clear. Four souls moving through the dark that nobody else can hear. A kid who sees too much, running rooftops in the rain. A woman holding up the light for those who carry all the pain. A man who keeps the line moving, one more day, one more mile. And one who walks the razor's edge and makes it look worthwhile. The city breathes and moves and lies and swallows what it finds. But four of them are wide awake and they won't leave it behind.
We're going to start off individually. The four of you are in separate parts of the city. And I want to start with Tyler. So, Tyler, it's Tuesday night, like a little bit after 9 o'clock. You're in your bedroom. Imagine like a third-story walk-up, and your room is on the third story. There's a decent-sized window that takes up one of the walls, so we can just see the rain just dripping down, making it almost impossible to see clearly outside of it. I'm imagining maybe Your laptop is open, editing some footage. We can see your GoPro charging in the corner. I think you filmed that this morning. Can you give me an idea of what this is footage of?
Oh yeah, this is a good one. So there's a halfway constructed apartment building, but they started on like the top floors rather than the bottom floors. It's the weirdest thing. Like it's all steel girders, and you have to kind of like kip from girder to girder to get up to like the. Honestly, I'm not sure who's building this thing, but it's weird, man. So we're seeing shot from first person. There's the kip up, and then like a jackknife spring up to like the very first like finished doorway, and then like a muscle up in, and it's all just, it's like they put the equipment in here first. It's the weirdest thing, man. So we're looking through this place with all the windows open and just pallets of like supplies just sprawled all over the place, and it's, what's up, YouTube? This is Tyler Hassan, and we're coming to you live from and it's something like Grayhaven First Charity Hospital or
Nice.
or whatever. And we're just gonna have a little look around. Nobody seems to be on premises, so we're just gonna let ourselves in real quick, and that's the muscle up. And then we hit like, it's probably Blur song 2 that is going as we free run through the entry of this weird hospital.
And being a Tuesday night, being 9 o'clock, mom's at work. She should be wrapping up pretty soon. Your bedroom door's closed, and despite it being 2 stories down, you can hear the TV, sports. You've heard the fridge open and close a few times. As best as you can tell, I think Bud might be on his 3rd beer, and you haven't heard him cook any food. He's your mother's boyfriend. I think it's the noise of the TV that allows this to surprise you. There's 3 pretty firm knocks on your bedroom door.
Pull out the headphones. Yeah.
We need to talk.
Visiting hours are from 9 to 6. You are post hours, bud.
So he opens the door. He's leaning up against the frame of the door.
I'm immediately up. I'm not letting him smack the headphones off my head again.
No, he's not approaching you. He seems not even want to kind of step into your space. I think he's just wants to see you.
Sure. And I'll lean back as well.
You've learned to read him. I think it's protected you in many ways, and ultimately protected your mom as well. And he doesn't look angry. In fact, the expression on his face, I don't know if you're real familiar with. Tyler, Steve called me. My friend that runs the grocery down at the corner.
What about
2 o'clock today? I set up that interview. I pulled strings for you. And Steve said you no-showed.
Was that today? Oh man, I'm sorry, I totally spaced on that. Is he free tomorrow?
If I call him, you have got to promise me that you will go. And that doesn't mean you have to take the job, but I want you to at least talk to him and go through the process of interviewing.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know that it's, look, we've talked about it. Like the channel's already blowing up, right? So like we've got some traction, and I feel like if we lose momentum, like it's basically just saying like, I don't know, like, this isn't important to me. And like, look, minimum wage is a really attractive offer. That's very, very cool. And like, frozen foods, it's the future. Everybody's saying it, but like, I don't know, bud. Like it doesn't seem like, yeah, I'll be there. It's fine. Yeah, you're right. Like just looking at him, saying that it's having like no. All right, yeah, sure. I'll be there.
All right.
Tomorrow, 2:00.
Tomorrow, 2:00. I'll call him
I'm
in the morning.
shining my bells.
Okay. And you can tell there's like 7 other things he wants to say to you, and he keeps it to himself and gently closes the door. And you can hear your phone vibrate.
I reach over and I pick it up like it's a poisonous snake.
So it's the group text. And it looks like it's Aurora that is texting you. And it simply says, Nell's Diner, tonight, 10 p.m., important.
Immediately, how important?
Let's wait and see if we get an answer.
Okay.
Now we're going to cut over to downtown, which is very different than where Tyler lives. We're going to check in on Vex. So Vex, it is also Tuesday night for you, a little bit after 9. And you're not 3 stories up. You're about 25 stories up in the Grand Alderton Hotel in the ballroom downtown. And one whole side of this ballroom looks out over the city in this atrium type glass. And the rain is streaking down, blurring the lights outside. There's a string quartet in the corner of the ballroom playing. This is the Grayhaven Business Alliance annual fundraiser. $500 a plate. And somebody important to you is here. But he's over there right now talking to somebody. I guess the first thing I want to know is, what did Vex wear tonight?
Yes. Black, as usual. A dress, cocktail dress. It's a little tighter, maybe, than what the other femme folks there would be wearing. The jewelry might be a little bit too heavy for everybody else, but very upscale, very classy. Sure, there's cleavage, but why not?
And as you kind of scan the room, you can see Chief Waterman over in the corner talking to some CEO. And he almost can tell you're looking at him. And he kind of looks at you and he gives you kind of the thank you, I see you look.
I think responding look is a cocked eyebrow and kind of a little smirk.
And all of that, I think, has been a distraction because you have been cornered by a woman who introduced herself as Claudia. And she has been talking your ear off. Oh, Vex, Pilates. I have got the best teacher. He's amazing. He's changed my life. And she's like in her early 50s. You could tell probably a heavy smoker at one point in her life. She's got those crow lines on her lips. Throwback style hair, not very stylistic dress, but you could quickly price out what's around her neck and on her fingers and around her wrist to know that she or her husband or both of them do very well. Do
I
you do
assume most of
Pilates?
the people in this room are.
Very much so.
No, I don't do Pilates. I've never tried it, but I've heard some people swear by it.
So, and she waves. She goes, Douglas, come here. And she turns to you and she goes, Vex, you have to meet my husband. He's got a brand new startup, and he would love to talk to you about it. Vex, as you kind of turn to see who she is waved on, you see Douglas approaching. And you have never met Douglas, but you know Douglas. And it was about 8 weeks ago that reports of how he was treating people under your protection as a client. And it bubbled up to you. And you put the very strict edict, he is not to be served. The people that I care about are not safe with him. You've only seen his picture. The look on his face tells you he has no idea who you are. Honey, you have got to meet Vex. She's fascinating. Kind of puts his hand out to shake yours.
I'll take his hand, but I'm gonna hold it a little too long, and I'm gonna dig my very long pointed nails into his hand. Oh, very, very nice to meet you, Douglas.
Yeah, and you can see he's reacting, but trying not to be reactive, right? Trying to keep up a bit of a front. And he goes, you said Vex?
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't crossed paths before. I think we know some of the same people.
Oh, are you a member of the club?
No, I work with a more exclusive clientele.
Oh. And
now, events.
And now he's kind of stepped back a little bit and done kind of a head to toe on you. Oh, right. Yeah. No, I maybe. I've got one of those faces.
So you're in the startup world.
Yeah, Claudia, honey. I've got some people for you to meet. Vex, it was a real pleasure to meet you. But we're gonna and he is. You can tell, Vex, that he's one of these people that walks into a room and lights it up and just owns it. And he is flustered. Honey, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, Claudia. Come on, let's get going. I think you've taken enough of this woman's time.
I will just glare at him as he walks away.
Despite the fact that the string quartet starts another song, you hear a ding in your purse, and it's the one tone that you set for the group text.
I'll pull out my phone, and you can hear me clicking with my nails.
You see the same text that Tyler did from Aurora. Nell's Diner, tonight, 10 p.m. Important.
I'll respond with a black heart.
Ezekiel, for you, it's also Tuesday night, a little bit after 9. As you're sitting on the bus, you can see the rain going down the window. There's only about 3 or 4 other people on here. They let you out early at the factory. Some mechanical issues on the line. They couldn't get it fixed. Good news is, God bless unions. You're still going to get paid, but there was no reason to keep you around. You've got 2 full grocery bags. Some of that stuff that's in there is just a little thing that maybe Luna mentioned like 2 or 3 days ago, and passing, and you happen to pick it up, and I think maybe make her a special dinner tonight. she's definitely not anticipating you coming home.
Ooh. Okay.
The bus.
I'm
Nope. Go ahead, please.
I'm definitely leaning against the window on the bus, my head pressed against it. I can see the rain. It is very cold, so I have my coat, my jacket wrapped up around me like that, like a bundle. I kind of look like a pile of garbage, just sitting there in the seat. Uh, and I have headphones on, and probably can hear the faint sound, faint whine of the song and the lyrics in there somewhere.
What do you
Yeah.
listen to on the drive home, Ezekiel?
Sad songs for a sad heart, I think.
Okay.
Just love songs, broken hearts. Reminds me of an old relationship that I had before. So I'm just wallowing in my own misery as I go back home.
The bus stops. You live in Dunbar, the Dunbar neighborhood, just like Tyler does. And you get off the bus. Pretty quickly, you're able to run to get to your brownstone. Fumbling with the keys, trying to balance the bags, but able to get it open. Up a couple flights of stairs to your apartment. And you open the door, and there's Luna sitting at the kitchen table, having no idea you would come home. And does she have a boy over? No. Is she watching TV? No. She's doing her homework. Dad,
Hey.
everything okay?
Yeah, I take one step forward and immediately jump as my foot steps on something on the ground. Like, hey, what? Luna, what? Okay, look, these things, your toys. I lean down, hunch over, grab the toy, put it on the counter. You can't just lay them around, this is, never mind.
I did. You were supposed to. You're supposed to work till midnight. I was going to have it all cleaned up before you got home, Dad. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, of course.
Here, let me
It's
help you.
fine.
And she's kind of closes up her notebooks and puts things back in her backpack and takes one of the grocery bags from you and does something that you two always do together, which is put away the groceries. And it's just this ritual that she just loves. Your kitchen is not very large, so there's a proximity and just the time for father-daughter to spend together.
Yeah, I think we have a little song we kind of like hum or yeah, we I don't know if we sing it fully, but we're humming together. This is an old tune that we know. Kate Bush, most likely, running up that hill, and we're just humming along. This is our little ritual. We're putting away the groceries, opening things, putting things in their place. Despite my face looking like a deflated balloon, my lips pull into a smile. This is heaven for me, and I'm enjoying this moment.
And she's
And
mirroring that. Yeah.
I think I asked her though. So, hey, Luna, how's school? Doing okay?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. They're talking about having me do advanced geometry. I'm not real sure whether I want to do that or not.
Oh, look at you.
But yeah, end of
Advanced
quarter's coming up.
geometry.
So and yeah, no, it's good. Dad, I think Mr. Peterson's drinking again. And almost on cue, next door you can hear something hit the wall that you share with the Petersons.
Oh,
Kind of started like 20 minutes ago.
wait. Is he? Did he knock on our door? Did he? Was he
No, I just
scare you? What
no,
happened?
I just worry about Mrs. Peterson. You know, she runs into doors a lot.
Yeah. Look, don't worry. I'll check on him after dinner, maybe. Okay. Don't worry about Mr. Peterson. It's grown-ups dealing with stuff.
But I don't want you to like get caught up in stuff, Dad. I mean, they're adults like you are, right?
Yeah, but we do what we can. We're meant to help each other, or otherwise, why? What are we, right? I'll go check on Mr. Peterson. Thanks for letting me know.
Thanks, Dad.
Of course. And
Some yelling in the hallway now.
is it like one person yelling, or like yelling?
Definitely one person yelling. A little bit hard to tell at what though.
Okay. I put on some music on the radio and I crank it up. Because this is my moment with Luna. I'm not going to deal with this now.
And despite the loud music, go ahead.
No, I think whatever song comes in, I try to sing along and prompt Luna to sing with me, and so we can focus on this despite the chaos.
Yeah, she's a smart kid. She knows what you're doing, and she's here for it. So she joins right in. And despite the loud music, you also hear that ding on your phone. Same text.
Probably buzzes.
Yeah.
I feel it. Bzz.
Same text from Aurora. Nell's Diner tonight. 10 p.m. important. A little black heart after it.
I glance at it. I don't reply. And I know I will be late.
Okay. Perfect. Speaking of Aurora. Shocker. It's Tuesday night around 9 o'clock. You are also in Dunbar, but you're at the office. Pretty Spartan, decorated by piles of papers, shelves full of binders, and drawers full of case files. I think it's pretty typical that you're the only one left here. But hopefully you'll be able to wrap things up soon. You're as close to maybe as caught up as you might be. And very different than the one that Tyler heard, you hear a knock at your door.
I'll kind of shake myself out of the haze I was in, writing down paperwork, trying to get the info dump out of my head from my last session with my last client. Stretch for a second and head to open the door.
And you open it. Woman in her mid to late 40s, though she looks older than that. You know her, Allison Craig. You've helped her a few times. She first came to you when her husband left her with her, at that time, 13 or 14-year-old daughter, Emily. And one other time she checked in with you, there was somebody that had been bothering her and her daughter, and you used your connections at the police department to make sure that person was no longer a nuisance. But you really haven't heard much from her in the last 4 or 5 years. She's a kind woman, portly. She just kind of looks at you and she goes, I was really hoping you would be here. Do you have a minute?
For you, absolutely. Come on in. Sit. She
closes the door gently. She's got that face of somebody who's been crying a lot. Though her face is dry, her eyes are dry. She's clutching her purse near her chest. Sits across from you, facing your desk. You remember Emily, right? And unsolicited, she slides a picture of 17-year-old Emily.
Damn, when'd she turn into a beautiful young lady?
And she's fighting it.
Allison.
He hasn't come home in 4 days. And I called the police. They said they would look into it. I called the principal, and he said, kids will be kids. Emily's a good kid. She'll come back. But she's not answering her phone or any text messages or anything. And I didn't know what to do.
You came to the right place. I need you to try and take a breath for me.
She starts to compose herself.
Okay, listen. 4 days. When did you last see her?
Yeah, it was 4 nights ago. She was going to go out and meet some friends. I never, like, I always trusted her, you know. I always thought she'd be okay. And you know, she's 17. Some nights she'd come home late, but I didn't even stay up, and she wasn't there in the morning. And so immediately, I called Carrie Okafor, Destiny's mother. Destiny's her best friend. It's Destiny's mother. I called Carrie, and Carrie hasn't seen or heard of Emily, and she yelled out to Destiny, and Destiny has not seen her. And I don't know. She said that that's been happening a lot with kids at the high school, that they would just go somewhere for 3 or 4 days and come back, and no explanation. And I don't know. Carrie said that when they come back, they're different.
Different how?
She said just different. And I tried to get more information from her, but that's all she just said. She goes, you know, she had a nephew that was so gregarious and, you know, fun-loving kid, and just came back just so quiet. And I'm just really worried, and there's nobody that's going to help.
Well, I'm not nobody. I'll look around. I know some of the kids at the school. I'll see what I can find out for you. But
Okay.
I need you to understand that Emily is a 17-year-old girl. You know how kids are in the city.
Yeah.
They're doing all kinds of crazy shit. They're sleeping over at friends' houses. They're trying party drugs for the first time. You remember what it was like when we were their age. There is a good chance that she is just in her buddy's apartment, and she's just going through a hangover for the first time.
Oh, God, I hope so.
Exactly. But I'm
Okay.
going to look, and I'm going to find out if there's anything going on. Because you're right. Emily is a good kid. This doesn't sound like her.
You'll call me?
Of course I will call you.
Okay, and I'll call you
Your
if
number hasn't changed, right?
No, same number. And I'll call you if I hear anything.
Absolutely. Can you do me a favor, Allison? take a smoke. And she pulls out a pack of Marlboro Lights and hits it on her desk, and one pops out. You look like you need it.
And she has that look of, I quit 3 years ago and I am not going to say no. And she takes that cigarette from you, and you out of like habit, she reaches for a lighter and realizes she doesn't carry lighters anymore.
Pulls out a Zippo. Aurora has this cool trick. You can tell she's been doing this for a long time, where she takes her reusable Zippo and she hits it against the inside of her elbow and rips it up her arm to light it.
Nice.
And holds it out to light her cigarette.
Hey, thank you.
Anything for the neighborhood. You guys are basically family.
Takes a huge drag and then walks out. And if it's okay with you, you open up your phone to the group text. Nell's Diner, 10 o'clock tonight. It's important.
And then when I get that fucking kid Tyler's text back, how important? Important, period. Show up.
I can't hear you, Sean.
I said, fuck. School night. This is delinquency of a minor.
You're not going to school.
Fair.
All right, so let's cut to Nell's. I'm going to have you there first, Aurora. There's a older woman that works there. People call her Nell. You've been here as a regular enough to know that Nell's her mother, not her. She's in her early 60s. A healthy woman, very mobile. This is one of those classic chrome diners with the faux plastic red leather seating. At this point, more red duct tape covering up the cigarette burns and things like that than anything. But the coffee's always warm. Hot. The booth is always in the corner where the four of you exchange notes and try to uncover what the hell's going on in Grayhaven. She comes up. Just you tonight, baby?
No, they're coming. They're just all late.
Okay, just coffee?
Coffee, black.
And she comes back with coffee and a slice of apple pie. We know it's not Ezekiel. Does Tyler get out before Vex can escape from the party? Who comes in next?
Oh, it's got to be Tyler.
Okay.
It's got to be Tyler. The prospect of like another Bud Sembita like lecture on the importance of responsibility and pitching in now that he's noticed that Tyler hasn't gone to school for the past couple of weeks. That picture window is looking like a free ride, like anywhere but here, man. So yeah, lifting the sash, jumping down to like the little tree in its little wrought iron cage, and then shimmying down and like executing a little jump over to the fence and then a kip over the fence itself. I gotta be out of here, man.
So as you enter, we hear the bell ring as the door opens. Yeah. And as soon as Nell sees you, she starts making your drink. What do you usually get here?
Chocolate milkshake, duh.
All right. She gets that started. She's got one of those tall silver things with those milkshake machines that only you see at the diners.
Oh yeah.
She's sliding it out there and she gets it started for you.
Nell, anybody made you a saint yet?
No. No, but maybe you should start the petition.
Unfortunate. I've got some followers who will probably sign that petition.
I have no idea what that means.
Good. Yeah, that's fine. Stay off the internet. I'm going to slide into the booth. Is it Dr. Pena yet, or is it still Miss?
Doesn't matter.
So Aurora, we going with Aurora?
You are not allowed to call me Aurora.
Very well, Miss Pena. What do you got for me?
I'm not repeating myself. Let's wait until they get here.
Why do you hate me?
I don't hate you. I just see all the wasted potential.
I have 370,000 followers.
Half of them are probably fake bots or whatever.
Still pays, Aurora.
And yet you're still in your little walk-up.
Temporary.
Mhm.
Temporary. Nobody will lease to a 17-year-old.
You're not emancipated.
Not yet.
I'm not signing the paperwork.
You could, though.
I won't.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
It's a good thing that I'm not hoping that you think I'm cool.
Nice save.
So, speaking of a save, we hear the bell on the door, and Vex saves Aurora by entering the diner.
Dropped off by black car, tinted windows. Walk in, still dressed to the nines, standing tall. I know.
Look at you. She does one of these.
Little spin. It's nice when someone else pays for it.
We've got a milkshake in front of Tyler. We've got coffee and a slice of apple pie in front of Aurora. What is she bringing you?
Tea.
She starts the water, or starts the kettle.
Well, hello, you two.
Well, don't you look like a tall glass of water?
There was an event downtown. Lots of rich wankers.
Your bread and butter.
Yep. I know how to handle them. So, Ezekiel's probably going to be late again, right?
Give him a break. Guy's probably working off a double.
I wish he got to spend more time with that good kid of his.
Yeah, I hate to take him away from her.
It's
You're
her
probably
best
taking him
friend.
away from the floor. Like, let's be real.
How are you there, kiddo? How many followers do you have these days?
364,000, Miss Vex.
There you go.
Getting bigger every day.
Well, grow your following. I swear by word of mouth, but internet likes are your thing.
Sure. When are you going to let me code you a website?
Not yet.
Okay. So, who paid for this getup? Do I get to know the bow this time?
Well, this was Richard.
Oh. I don't think I know Richard.
Yeah.
Not a public servant, this one.
Well, we don't kiss and tell.
Don't kiss and tell. I know. Is there kissing? I knew there was kissing. I pointed at Aurora. I told you.
Vex, he is a child.
Hey, 17.
Child. You
I
are
could be
minor in the
emancipated
eyes of the law.
tonight if you didn't suck.
I was younger than that.
See? Vex gets me.
I mean, stay in school.
Well, we both know that's not happening.
I have good news and bad news. I'm staying.
You're
School
gonna
is a
be
maybe.
Staying in your junior year if you don't show up to your classes. Do you want to be held back?
Let's pretend I've got a witty rejoinder.
You can't just say that. You actually have to have a witty rejoinder.
We'll get it in post.
I don't understand what that means.
I am technically a senior. Technically. So long as there are no follow-up questions.
I'm gonna pull a scarf out of my little clutch and kind of wrap it around myself.
Let's have Ezekiel come in. Oddly, the only one that seems to have brought the rain in with him. Just you're soaking wet.
Yeah, I don't just come in. I trip into this space. My right foot fails to lift over the carpet. So I kind of just stumble 2 steps forward, and then I do the human equivalent of wet dog shaking the rain off myself. Like, damn. Hey, Miss Nell. Hello. Hi. Oh, there. And then I spot the gang, and I go their way. Hey guys. So what's up? And I sit down by Aurora, uncomfortably close, and kind of like shoving you deeper into the booth or wherever we are.
Nell
See
drops a
you.
black coffee in front of you.
Oh, thank you, Nell. So what's up?
I got some unsettling information earlier today. An old client of mine, she's got a daughter. Your age, Tyler. You don't know her. She actually shows up to class.
That is hurtful and untrue.
It hurts because it's true, kid.
Mm.
Emily, she's a good kid. But she apparently hasn't been showing up for 4 days. She's missing. She left 4 nights ago to go hang out with friends, and she hasn't come home. No one's seen her.
She one of mine?
I don't think so. That's not really her circle. I mean, I can't say for sure. I haven't seen the mom in years, but apparently her best friend is saying that this is happening to some of the kids at the high school. They disappear 3 or 4 days at a time, and they come back different, changed,
Different. What?
like personality shifts. It sounds like this may be something for us to stick our noses into.
Okay.
Am I going to have to go back to class?
Potentially. But don't worry, it'll be a ruse.
Say that again. Emily, she's I think she might be in Mr. McMurtry's science class with me.
Surprised you actually know the name of your teacher.
Miss Pena, you're wounding me.
Oh, it's working.
And Tyler, I don't think you and Emily were ever in the same circles on those
No.
few days that you went to school. But you remember her much the way Aurora is kind of describing her. Just,
Yeah, she's a sweetheart, but square.
yeah, good kid. Hangs out with the academics.
Mhm.
Yeah, like you think you could spot her if you saw her. The name kind of rings a bell.
Yeah, she's sufficiently cute. I think
Yeah.
I remember.
I'm so glad that's your threshold for memory.
Look, okay, you have to if you're gonna wail on the fact that I'm a 17-year-old boy, then you have to accept some shit that comes along with it. Okay, ma'am?
Good boy.
Thank you, Vex.
So, do we have any leads? In what neighborhood is this happening?
I mean, Allison lives not too far from the office. So they're in Dunbar. I'm thinking maybe we can talk to the best friend's mom. They may have been potentially the last ones to hear from her. And it sounds like the daughter has heard about a few other students. So maybe that we can figure out who those kids are.
Do we know how long this has been going for? Like,
I think we're gonna have to talk to them to know that. Allison was pretty shaken up. I had to offer her a cigarette just to get her to start breathing normally.
I'll put the word out. I'll see if anyone knows anything.
And I have the picture of Emily that Allison had slid on the desk earlier. So I'll actually hand that over to Vex, because I think that's probably best use. If you see anyone that looks like her.
I'm gonna mess around on my phone a little bit.
Yeah, if you're going to do a little bit of texting, I think we should make our first move. I think that this is a good investigate. So game is inspired by, powered by the apocalypse, but has gone far from it. And if you watch Session Zero, you know that everybody here at the table has a whole series of tags. So instead of stats, we're going to look at tags. So Miss Vex, looking at your character sheet, are there any tags here that you think would help in your little investigation as you reach out to your contacts?
Well, this is my turf. So
100%. Let's give that a left click. Anything else that directly fits?
I want to say protect the hurting, but we don't know if there's hurting. So I think that's it.
All right. So this will be, you'll be rolling with +1, which so let's give you 1 power on this roll. So go ahead and choose investigate on the list. It'll present to me the tags that you've chosen. Oh, let's see here. For some reason, it's got Sex in the City selected. Oh, there we go. Not left clicking for you?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. For some, it's not doing it for us here. So let's, and it's right now it's doing it as a right click. If you left click on it, does it come up yellow for you?
Yes.
There we go. Perfect. All right. And now I'll let you roll. Right. So with a 7, you get 1 clue per power. What question do you want answered as part of your investigation?
I think does anyone know where Emily is?
Yeah, maybe you took a picture and made it part of the text. Now, a 7 to 9, I get to choose from a list here. So I'm going to choose the clues are fuzzy, incomplete, or part true, part false. So if you go ahead and enter in that clue, let's give you an answer. Nobody knows her, but they have heard about this happening where these kids from the high school over the last 6 or 7 months have gone missing. But they always come back, and you hear that phrase again. They come back different.
Well, we don't know where she is, but the pattern is confirmed.
That's something though. Hey, Tyler, you hang out in this internet stuff, right? Have you heard any, I don't know, what do you call it, like trends, TikTok challenges, just you know, the stuff you kids do? Is there anything going on that you might have heard about?
Big Z, man, I'm gonna need you to at least become non-terminally uncool. Like, no, there's no TikTok challenge that is like, hey, disappear and come back different challenge. But yeah, sure. Like, let's see. I got a pretty distributed network here. If something's going on, I could probably figure something out here. And I'll grab my phone and I'll do a quick scroll through, like, you know, not just like local like YouTube stuff, but also like I've still got friends at school, right? Like I've still got punk kid friends. Maybe somewhere between fans everywhere and just a punk kid, we might find something, right?
Let's do it. Let's investigate with those 2 tags. I think those are perfect.
Cool. All right.
All right. This is with +2. So you get to ask 2 questions.
Ooh.
Now, one thing to keep in mind is you can bank a clue. So you can not ask the question now. And you can decide that after you've asked your first one and gotten the answer on it. And if you decide to bank that second clue, you can pull that out and ask a question later, as long as it makes sense that you would have found it in this investigation. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Sometimes we don't know what to ask at this point, right?
Yeah, I think I'm going to bank one. I'm going to ask one too. I
Right.
need the name of at least one other person who has gone missing and come back weird, so that like I've got more than just one direction to look at. So, who do I know who's come back weird?
Oh, that's good. So there's this kid named Jamie, and he completely different group, right? So does not in the same circles as you or as Emily, kind of a goth kid.
Mm.
And people go, yeah, like that happened to Jamie, and like Jamie always used to hang out with us. You know, some of the goth kids are saying in their responses, and man, he doesn't even like, he doesn't do anything. You know, doesn't come out at all. Like really to himself. You know, just, yeah, super weird.
Yeah, so he went from being Bela Lugosi to Beaver Cleaver, so it's a little weird.
And let's see, you rolled a 7. So let's take a look at what I'm gonna do. I'm going to choose your investigation exposes you to danger, and I'm going to bank that.
Cool. Start hemorrhaging followers.
Yeah. One other thing that comes up in that conversation, Tyler, is not only having kids do this, but they mentioned that Jamie's has started to hang out at Beans, which is coffee shop,
Yeah.
a couple blocks around the corner. And you're getting a sense that maybe that's what some of these kids have, some sort of connection or tie to the Beans coffee shop. You keep seeing that pop up in relation to these kids going missing and coming back.
It's unsettling. I mean, if it could happen to one goth drinking coffee at a coffee shop, then it could happen to all the goths drinking coffee at the coffee shop, and we'll be inundated with Beaver Cleavers. This might be more important than you were letting on, Miss Pena.
Thank you for finding good information.
Hey, despite the way that you abuse me, I am part of this team.
We've talked about the definition of abuse.
Yeah, it's the part where you make me feel bad about myself. That's verbal and emotional abuse.
I need more coffee.
Yes, you do. But not from Beans. So what's our way ahead here? Like, we can go engage with this Jamie guy. Like, he was cool, and apparently now he's really amenable. So,
Where's the fun in that?
well, as always, you make good points, Ms. Vex.
Mistress Vex.
I'm not paying for it, babe. Sorry.
Then mess to you.
Thank you, miss.
So, what is our game plan?
Well, the coffee shop isn't going to be open until the morning.
Yeah, it's pretty late.
So that would be a good place to check out tomorrow.
I am willing to jump on the school hand grenade for y'all.
How chivalrous of you.
Is it chivalrous? I thought that was more of like a war hero kind of thing. Like if we're sticking with the...
Would you be able to go to school tomorrow and see if you can find any more kids this has happened to?
Say please. I have a job interview tomorrow. It's at 2:00, and technically the school lets out at 3. So Bud will be on my ass about it.
Oh, that's so good, Tyler. I'm happy for you.
Thanks, Z. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I hope you get it. The job, I mean.
I like where your head's at. I don't like the concept there at the end where I get a job, though.
What? Why?
I have a job, and this job would take me away from my real job.
Oh, of course, Ty. Yeah, right. Sorry.
Oh, it's all cool, man. Like you putting positivity out into the universe, and that's all of that's everything, man.
Maybe you can get some fun footage on your way.
Hey, see, good and bad is good philosophy.
Any poking around we want to do tonight, or do we cut to tomorrow?
I got a 7 a.m. bedtime. Sorry, kids. It's a school night.
Literally, for the first time in a while.
Yeah, and I'll extricate myself without like stepping over Miss, and I'll push myself up and kip back up over the back of the booth because I have all of my functioning joints.
All right, so I've got Tyler going to school tomorrow.
Yeah.
What is the other 3 going to do?
I think at this point, as we were all talking about this thing, I am very concerned because I am a parent and this is my neighborhood. So I don't think I can go around, I have like day shift work the line. I would move now. I would like to at least talk to parents, maybe not necessarily to these kids, but go to some of these parents and put feelers out, like get a vibe. It's literally try to see if they know something they are not fully revealing yet. Someone has to know something, so I'm going to talk to people.
Yeah, that's great. And if you want, we can have Aurora mention Connie and her daughter Destiny, who was Emily's best friend. And we can just say that, you have a vague awareness. You know her from somewhere. So I'm good with you maybe swinging by their place tonight if you want.
I would definitely ask Aurora about it. Like, hey, so do we have a list of these families? Parents who lost their kids? Maybe we should be talking to them as well.
We should definitely talk to the parents. The only one I know so far is Connie. She's the mom of Emily's best friend, Destiny. They live in the neighborhood.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go check them out, see if they know something else. Parents usually track who their kids' friends are and just follow the rumors at this point. So we got, right? What do you think?
Can't hurt. Connie seemed to know a little bit of information. I'm sure there's more that she didn't think to share with Allison.
Yeah. Okay.
Anybody going to go with Ezekiel?
No, I think I'm going to check in on my kids, my family.
Perfect.
See if they have any names.
Last but not least, Aurora, what is your game plan?
I think she is going to go back to her office and try and look through her files for her existing clients and see if she can find anything mentioning sudden changes in behavior from these teenagers, or if she does have anything on any of these kids that may help figure out something.
I think that's fantastic. All right, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break, and then we're going to start figuring out what the hell is going on with our missing kids. We'll be right back. So Ezekiel, let's cut to you. Public housing, pretty big apartment building. I think I'm gonna have you know him, the husband. Maybe he works at the factory. Not a friend or anything, but you guys are familiar faces with each other. Jim Okafor. He's around your age.
Wait, Jim or Kim? Kim.
Jim.
Jim. Okay. And he's the parent of
Yeah, him and Connie are Destiny's parents.
Destiny's parents.
Sounds like a band.
Yeah. Destiny's parents. All right. So, wow. I'm there, right? Like, I'm just in the hallway. Is this a hallway type deal?
Yeah.
How bad does it look? What is the mood?
What's funny about Dunbar, your neighborhood, is it is not a wealthy neighborhood. It is very blue collar. But there's a certain pride that the neighborhood has. That's despite all the crooked cops. It's despite a lot of the crime that kind of runs things in this town. People much like you, Ezekiel, that put in a full day's labor and try to lead an honest life. There's a pride here. So yeah, it's public housing. The people here are struggling, but they do the best they can.
Okay, so I arrive at the door and I double check the number. Left and go to knock. Cough and go to knock again. And then finally work up my nerve to actually knock.
Okay. And you can see a little light appear as the little flap on the what do they call those? The peephole viewfinder.
Yeah, the
things
peephole.
outdoors. Yeah. And the door cracks open. And Jim goes, Ezekiel?
Hey, hey, Jim. Sorry to come around here this late, but
It's 11 o'clock, Ezekiel.
yeah, I know. It's look, it's just I have a question for you. I think you might be able to help.
Who
And
is
maybe
it? And he turns
Oh.
back and he goes, Connie, it's a guy from work.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to barge in like this, but there's kind of like a situation going on, and I mean, you might have heard about that, because you know, you've heard the rumors, right? Or not the rumors, the actual incidents, like kids going missing or coming back weird.
No.
Not coming back, or not weird, or no, you have not heard the news.
haven't heard anything, Ezekiel, and he's giving you like, what the hell are you talking about?
Look, it's just there's a bunch of us parents, you know, we'll all worried, and I pull out my phone and I actually took a picture of the picture that Aurora had.
Of Emily.
And so it's like a creepy photo of a photo in my phone. I'm like, look,
He goes,
this kid, Emily.
Yeah, that's Emily. It's Destiny's friend. You know
Right.
Emily?
Well, no, but the parents said we got together, we were talking about her, and there's a whole lot of this disappearing thing going on. So I just wanted to check on you, check on Destiny, and make sure like if everything's okay. Have you heard anything?
Wait. Is Emily missing?
Emily's missing. Yes.
Hold on a second. And he closes the door, but makes it clear he's not pushing you out, right?
Okay.
And maybe 15, 20 seconds later, he opens the door the whole way. And Connie and Destiny are sitting on the couch. And he goes, Connie, this is Ezekiel. He's got a daughter. How old is she?
But she's 12, but you know, it's the parents had a meeting just earlier tonight, and I was really worried, and Because I know you from work. I figured
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about it.
Destiny, do you know that Emily's missing? And Destiny kind of sheepishly look up. She goes, I mean, yeah. Let's cut to Aurora's office. Aurora, you get to your office. Give me an idea of what we're doing.
Opening the door and a moment to look at all the disheveled piles of paperwork and go, man, this would have been all those times I said that I would take the time to organize this office probably would have come in handy about now because she's got no idea where to start. So many of her clients are from this neighborhood. She's probably got half the kids in the high school have a file somewhere in that office, half their parents too. So she picks a pile and slaps it onto her desk and starts reading.
Let's do an investigate. Let's look at your tags. What tags look good here as you're digging through all of your casework?
I mean, definitely social worker.
No question.
I would say driven would also
I agree.
be a good one.
All right, so that'll be +2.
Investigate. I don't know if it added both of them on there.
Well, let's take a look. Are they highlighted? You left click on them, they should highlight for you.
There it goes. Okay.
Beautiful. All right, social worker and driven. Let's give it a roll. You guys like 7s. All right. So this will be +2 power. So you get 2 clues. What is the first thing that you wanted to uncover? And just a quick tip for all 4 of you. Don't be afraid to be nice and broad with these questions, right? Unless you have something very specific. But in this kind of situation where Aurora is kind of fishing a little bit, my recommendation would be to be nice and general with your questions.
Okay.
I can't see the name there. So Celeste just asked about this game. This is live, and we're playing City of Mist from Son of Oaks Games. So what's the first thing Aurora wants to figure out here?
What can I find that points me in the right direction?
Okay, let's do it. Yep. So, how about you just type in what can I find? All right. So, as you're going through the paperwork, you find, and maybe even use the computer to do this, you find an instance where a kid was reported missing. And 3 days later, the parents essentially called in and said, drop it. Kid's back. Everything's cool. Everything's fine. You don't need to send anybody over anymore. We're good. And the name of the parents are Phil and Monica Chang, also in Dunbar. And the kid is Victor, that was initially reported missing. But luckily, according to the paperwork you found, Victor came back, nothing to see here. Now you have a second clue. You want to bank that, or do you have another question for me?
I I think I want to use this because the more clues that we can get right now, it'll better inform us for where we're headed next.
Yep.
So I think for the next one, is it too broad for me to ask what am I missing?
No, that's a great question. What am I missing? Oh, let's see. What am I going to do? There was mention both by Connie and by Emily's mother that you've figured out a bit of a time frame. And you happen to come across something a little odd, which is right around the same time, there seems to be like a new initiative at the high school. And it's a Get the City Healthy initiative, where they're offering free physicals to kids that volunteer at the school. And I think this stands out for you, Aurora, because you've never heard of anything like this before. It is not public. It's some sort of private company that's funding it and running it at the school. And just the timing is just a little odd.
I think Aurora is going to shoot a quick text to Tyler. Don't ask questions. Find out about the free physicals at school.
Wow. Abuse.
And then another text message.
Concerned face
Before
emoji.
you ask. Oh, then please, period.
Saluting emoji.
Aurora's not going to admit that she doesn't understand half of these emojis.
Or you have like your phone so old that it comes up like weird.
It's like an old BlackBerry, so it's like a weird version of it.
Semicolon. Saluting face. Semicolon.
It's like an ASCII series of ASCII characters.
Just a question mark in a box.
There you go. The box with the slash through it.
That could be anything.
So Mistress Vex, a quick text and your driver comes, meets you out front. Give me an idea of where we're going to tell him to go.
We're going to go to a not the most upscale, but a very nice bar club with lots of dark corners that I know. Some of my people will be there.
Mm-hmm. Let's cut to you entering the club. There are familiar faces, those that you consider friends, clients, lots of strangers. I'm imagining it's a surprisingly quiet place. There's a lot of just pockets of people, lots of couples, and those that know you turn their head as you come in. You acknowledge them, they acknowledge you.
I glance at the bartender and I leave a tip on the bar and then head to my usual table.
You're there, your drink's waiting for you. What is it?
Dirty martini. Extra dirty, extra olives.
Perfect. Yeah, we got 2 spears of olives like in there.
Yeah, it's an insane amount of olives. But nobody says anything about it. So.
Mostly olives and then like a splash of gin.
Yeah. but I sit down and to a couple people that I know I can talk to, I just kind of eye contact and a little nod up that I'm expecting them to come speak to me when they can.
I'm thinking maybe we montage this, you having several different conversations. Let's do an investigate. And let's see what kind of information we can figure out. Let's look at our tags.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can definitely do turf again.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I also think perhaps unflappable here, just coming across with authority, not panicked proposal. You can say no.
I think if this wasn't a friendly place, yes. Right.
Oh.
So I think if you were trying to extract information from a place that that was outside of that, I would say yes. But no, I think that I don't think it quite fits here.
So once again, expose their secrets.
Love it.
Sex in the City.
Yep, you're working it.
You're probably not. I'm the best at this.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the best at a lot of things. I think just asking questions, it might not be what it is.
Yeah, I'm the best at other things.
All right. Let's give it a roll.
Another 7.
It's like we're rolling 2d6. All right, well, you had +2 power, so you get to ask me 2 questions.
Okay.
So what kind of poking around are we doing as you're talking to people in the biz?
Yeah, I think what I want to know is less about the individuals and more about the pattern.
Interesting.
So
Any patterns, question mark, maybe?
yeah.
Okay,
Since
let's throw that in. So, one of the girls, you get talking, and there's a lot of her shaking her head like, no, no, no. And at some point you bring up Jamie, and maybe not by name, but goth kid.
Mhm.
And she goes, oh, yeah, you know what's weird is, the underground club that's in the basement, just east side of Dunbar. I've got a couple that takes me there all the time. But I was there 3 nights in a row, and I thought it was really strange. The junkyard next to the club has seemed to become like a goth hideout or a hangout. I saw a bunch of high school kids all dressed in black, long black jackets, pretending to be vampires or something. And that's not the first time I've been to that club, but that's really like, you mentioned the goth thing, and yeah, that's a little odd. The goths at the junkyard.
Yep.
You still have another clue. We can bank that clue, or do you have another question?
I think I'll bank it at this point.
Right. So don't forget about those. So again, with Tyler, you've got a banked clue that's tied to the research that you did on your phone back at the diner. And then Mistress Vex, you have a banked clue in the conversations that happened at the club. Let's cut back to Connie and Jim's living room. Destiny says to you, Ezekiel, yeah, I haven't heard from her in like 3-4 days.
I look at her, and then I look at her parents, and I'm getting a vibe that she may know something that she's not telling. There's a reason why she's not telling her parents kids are missing and why that's not news. Like nothing's happening. This is normal or something's hush. So I want to convince her to spill some kind of beans. Hopefully a lot of beans, like maybe 3 or 4 beans.
And we don't need a roll for this. I think and you've seen like girls this age. And you definitely get the feeling that it's the presence of her parents that might be causing her caginess. So you've got an instinct, maybe if you could talk to her one-on-one, potentially. So I don't think you need to convince her, but maybe we need to convince mom and dad to let you have a one-on-one conversation.
Yeah, I'm going to go for that. I'm going to turn to them and focus on them and be like, look, Jim, look, you understand. Please, can I have a moment? I just need to ask her if she knows anything. And I'm kind of like go quiet. Like this is a parent plot thing. You understand? I have a daughter. You have a daughter. We don't know who's going to go missing next. You just heard her. They're going missing. Okay? You don't want Destiny to be the next one on whatever this is. So please, just give me a minute. Let me ask a question and then I'll be out of here.
I think under like normal circumstances, I'd be like, you don't even get to roll. Like this guy's like, no, I'm not letting you talk to my daughter alone. I barely know you're a guy from work. But I think what's working in your favor here is the fact that you had a picture of Emily. I think he is getting a similar vibe from his daughter as well. And the fact that you're not a complete stranger. So let's do a quick convince. Looking at your tags, we'll do the convince move. What can we do that can help us here to kind of convince Jim and Connie maybe you could have a couple minutes with Destiny?
Yeah, my proposal is I want to use my empathy, my believe my own lies, the fact that I have a daughter, but also I want to take my weakness, always tired. Because if I was spotted right now in a dark place, I probably look like a zombie.
Okay.
So it may work against me. I'm looking like a bit
I love
crazy.
the fact that and by invoking the weakness tag, that's going to give you a -1, but it's also going to allow you to progress that card and potentially work towards an advancement. So there's a bit of an incentive to use that as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and use those tags, including the -1. If you left click on them all, so you're going to be +3 -1. It's going to give you a total of +2 on a convince.
Wow.
So with the pluses, you got to 7. So on a 7 to 9, I think a 7 to 9, they give it a little, but protect their own agenda. Jim and Connie are normally protective of Destiny, but I think that you have heightened things a bit, right? We're talking about missing kids. Her friend is missing. So he somewhat reluctantly says, Connie and I are going to run downstairs to the bodega. We're going to be back in 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Connie takes a little bit of convincing.
Of course.
But she goes. And as soon as the door closes, Destiny goes, I'm not in trouble, am I?
Oh, look. You're not in trouble. If anything, this is about avoiding any kind of trouble. If there's something we can do now, we have to do it now before it gets
Is Emily
worse.
okay?
We don't know. That's the point. That's the problem. Please. And I kind of like go down like on my knee or something, like go because she's sitting on the sofa or something. So I'm going to go low profile and just, please, if you know anything that can help figure out where she is right now or what she was doing before she disappeared, this is our one shot. Please, Destiny.
I'm going to go ahead and I want to do two things. One, I'm automatically added a scene tag called Worried About Emily. And that is something that you're going to be able to use as a tag here. One other thing I want you to think about is the move changed the game. So this move allows you to potentially also create a tag that you could use towards your investigate. So it sounds like you're really trying to make her feel comfortable, to open up to you, to trust you. So I think I want to start with a change the game. And let's see if we can't get a little bit of juice that you can then use to really get some good clues. So the context of this is you're trying to win Destiny's trust. Is there any tags that you think that can help you win her trust? I think empathy works.
Yeah, this is about empathy. I'm still believing my own lies.
Okay.
I'm not gonna play the daughter card right now because the thing I want to tell her is, I want to ask her, you're best friends with Emily, right? She's your best friend.
Yeah.
Okay, just think about it for a second. If you were missing, don't you think she would do whatever it takes to help us find you if you were missing?
All right, let's do it.
Just
So
doing these.
you do that and then choose change the game.
Change the game.
Look at you with an 8. All right.
Ooh.
So you get 2 juice. We can do that to create a story tag. You can, and this is just in general for rules, you can use it to burn a power tag. So there might be a power tag or a story tag that's been hurting you in a particular scene. You can use this to get rid of that. That's not the case here.
Right.
You can use it to scale up the effect to make this even like a bigger result on your next roll for the investigate. Prolong the effect. We could potentially make Destiny a bit of a confidant for you, not just in this 5-minute interaction. What are the 2 things on that list?
I like that one. The one about I like the idea of getting her on our side. Like if she doesn't know anything now, she will be on the lookout for signs and then come forward later. Necessary.
All right, so let's use create a story tag, and then let's also choose prolong the effect. And the other tag I'm going to put in here is Destiny's Trust. All right, so now let's do your investigate. And you're going to want to use both Worried About Emily as well as Destiny's Trust. And you should see that in your little scene tag window.
Tag.
Do you have a scene tag window that's visible to
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, it's
Okay, you
popped
should,
out.
do you see Worried About Emily and Destiny's Trust?
Yeah. Do I just click
Just left
them?
click, just as if they were on your card.
They go red
Then-
though. Is that
Then
okay?
right click on them, and they'll be yellow.
Okay.
And then
can I
any of your personal tags.
yeah, in this
Empathy, I
case, it's
like.
empathy. Yeah, empathy
Yep.
for sure. And that's it, I think.
Let's do it.
This is an investigate.
Correct.
Execute.
This is with 3 power. This is a pretty big deal. This is potentially 3 clues that you're going to be able. And you rolled a 10. Holy crap. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you straight up, no equivocation. You get to ask me 3 questions. What information do we want to get out of Destiny? And remember, broader the better.
She's got to have some more gossip. I mean, this is not just Emily. She may have like if she thinks hard enough, she may spot like a pattern of other kids going through similar things. So have you seen, I don't know how to frame this question, but have you seen other cases like this in your school? If so, who?
Yeah.
And how?
Let's make it even more general. Like, have you noticed anything weird about Emily?
Huh.
Right. But I don't even make it specific. Let's just say, have you noticed anything weird? And
Weird.
as you're kind of talking through that, you can see her thinking, and she goes, "Oh, one thing that was weird is the last time I talked to her was at school like 4 days ago. And She told me that she was going to go meet Adam at that Beans coffee shop. And like, Adam's an asshole. Sorry. Don't tell my
It's
mom.
okay. Of course.
And she wouldn't explain why. And she doesn't even drink coffee.
Yeah, I get that. Were they friends before or what?
No, Adam, stop. No.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you meet Adam at the coffee shop the night she went disappearing. You've got 2 more, my friend.
Is anything new happening in her school that is weird? Like general changes within I don't know, the teachers changing maybe. Just the school stuff being weird in general.
Anything weird at school? That's a damn good question. Anything weird at school?
School. No.
So you're really causing her to start to put pieces together. So I think the things that you're bringing up to her, she just didn't connect. She just thought Emily like made new friends, and her remembering like, yeah, that was weird. Like going with Adam and meeting him at the coffee shop. She mentions, it's weird. Like Adam's whole circle of friends is getting bigger, and like with people from all different cliques. And like, he's wicked best friends with Victor. And like, they never were friends. And now they're thick as thieves. So I think what you find out is Adam's circle is getting larger. And then also some sort of connection between Adam and Victor, which is not the first time we've heard that name.
Yeah. So I do have a final question because I want to spend it all here.
Milk it, baby.
What do you know about this Victor? Who are his parents? Like what the background information on Victor?
What do you know about Victor is our third one. So she tells you about Victor. Quiet kid, Korean, parents are Korean. Very much like for the longest time, just unsocial. And he wasn't like weird or anything, but he just, kind of kept to himself. Didn't show up to school for like 3 or 4 days. And came back, like, and him and Adam were best buds. When he came back, I think I'm gonna give you something extra here because you rolled really, really well. His mother, Victor's mother, always picked him up from school, and I think Destiny noticed almost around maybe like a day or 2 after, like the weird stuff with Victor. He felt like his mother seemed weird too. Like something changed about her. So I'm going to put Monica Chang. Is weird too.
Chang. Victor's mother.
Soon after that, Connie and Jim come back.
At that point,
immediately Jim's like, "Everything okay, Destiny?" And she's like, "No, yeah, Dad, everything's okay." And he looks to you.
As they're saying this and they're coming in, I'm already standing up, and saying thank you so much. Thank you for your time. I'm sorry, Jim. Thank you for everything. I'll keep you in the loop.
Whoa.
Okay.
You got to tell me something here. I mean, is my kid in danger?
No, she's okay. She's okay. It's just some kids back in school. They're starting some kind of club. Kids doing crazy things. So I'm just gonna follow up on that. I'm gonna check out these places they go to. But don't worry, she's fine. Destiny's a good kid. She doesn't hang with these other.
He's going to press you on this, and I'm going to use you rolling a 7 on the convince. You're going to have to give him something. He needs something from you to make him feel like he can protect Destiny better. What are you going to give him? He's not looking for you to protect her.
Yeah,
He,
of course.
he knows you have information.
Look, it's gonna be fine. Destiny's okay. She's a good kid. Just for a few days, maybe go pick her up. Okay, make sure she's coming straight home and not hanging out with the wrong crowd. That's all it takes.
A real firm handshake, and he goes, I appreciate it.
Of course. And again, I'm sorry for this. I'll be on my way, and then going out, and immediately trip on my way out into the hallway.
The anti-Tyler.
Yeah, like I opened the door, but halfway, and I just literally bump into it, and I open it more, and then come out. That kind of-
Amazing. All right, so where do we cut to now? What's our next scene?
I think as I go back, just for, I think this definitely happens. As I go back to my place, I'm texting a report to Aurora with all of this, because she's clearly our leader. Apparently. So like texting, like, check on Adam's family. This guy may be at the center of some kind of crazy thing going on in school. Best friends, Victor, like name drop everything I know, all of the intel.
Perfect. Yeah. So everything that I shared with Ezekiel, all 4 of you are aware of.
I think Aurora is going to respond saying that that Victor's name had come up in her files as well when she was looking. So that's definitely a lead they want to follow.
I think I'm going to pop in the chat. Was that the goth kid?
No, that's Jamie.
Jamie's the goth kid. But they are all related.
Still waiting for a response.
You guys tell me, where do we cut to? Where and when and with whom? And has all of this information changed anything as far as the game plan goes?
I mean, just generally, I feel like this is Tyler's moment. Like the whole, infiltrate school and.
Do you mean show up? Show up at school?
What's this 51 Jump Street kind of deal?
So 7:30 a.m. Tyler with like his battered ass JanSport comes like skateboarding up to the front of the school, and with all of the enthusiasm of a man going to the gallows, trying to save like his erstwhile family, like he heaves a sigh, kicks his deck up into his hand, and goes, "This sucks, man." And he walks into Mr. Feuerbach's like 7:30 a.m. Remedial algebra class, and he sits down and like prepares to suffer through a day, putting out feelers among like his friends, and maybe like we'll get a montage of him like did that very 80s way, like talking to the clique of like all the jocks and getting stuff thrown at
Right.
him, and then like go and talk to like the band kids, and the band kids are no help, and then like over to the goth kids, and the goth kids are like, you know, non-committal and smoking, and then like so I think it's a like unless there's a particular NPC who's happy or angry to see me back at school, he's gonna handle it like a normal day, which means he's gonna focus on all the things that aren't at school.
Yeah. I like this. Let's do an investigate.
Okay.
To kind of cover this montage as we gather things around. This is unfamiliar territory for you, Tyler, in school. So what do we have any hacks that might help?
It's not unfamiliar territory. It's just stuff that I've tried to put out of my mind, right? I have boundless curiosity, right?
Nice.
So there is a point where it's like, this is a mystery, and while school is often trying to like prepare you for like jobs, which suck, in many ways there's also a mystery afoot, and Tyler's not going to let that go idly by. I think, can I sell you on like knowing that Tyler deals best with dissecting all of this this data after the fact, so he's filmed it all?
Oh, that's interesting. What tag covers that, do you think?
Film it all.
I love it. Yep, I'm good with that.
I think the biggest one, though, this is the first time that Tyler like gets to tap in slightly to something that his connection to Silent Hill gives him, and that is an emotional infrared. So more than anything, I think while we're doing this, we're getting kind of an emotional heat index through Tyler's point of view as we're talking to all these various cliques. Who's hiding something? What's not being said? Where is the guilt live? So I'm gonna tap emotional infrared as well.
No question.
Okay.
Absolutely love that. Yeah, that part in you is allowing you to really probably observe things that a sleeper would never notice. So I love that. That's perfect. Let's do an investigate. +2.
Plus 3.
3. Beautiful. Very nice. Very nice. That gives you 3 power. No restrictions here. What's our first question?
Who's Adam usually hang out with? Like what clique does he belong to? And like, does he float in a way that is different than normal kids, or is he tied in with somebody?
Yeah.
Where's Adam fit?
There we go. Let's talk about Adam a little. So you get talking and you figure a few things. Everybody's just like, man, Adam's weird. So you discover a few things. One, lacrosse player, super jock, super stuck up, always dating the prettiest girl in school. Then all of a sudden that stops. About 4 or 5 months ago, he starts hanging around with different people that he would used to pick on, not even like Victor's a good example. And just seems to be just gathering this group of people. None of this is happening at school. So I think you figure out a few things. One, Adam has changed. Trying to think what would be new information. None of them are coming back to school. So those that are returning from this sojourn, and you've discovered that, right? You've just pieced together, and I don't think one person's pieced it together. You've pieced together that kids stop showing up for school, suddenly come back, and they're hanging out with Adam. So I think it's obvious Adam is some sort of leader.
Sure. He's at the center of it.
Yeah.
Where's he fit? In the middle.
Yeah.
Who's hiding something?
Yeah, and seems to be the first.
Oh, okay. I want to spend a clue on who's hiding something. Like, is there anybody who is actively covering that I can maybe put pressure on?
Yeah. I'm going to tie this to to a flyer that you find. You see a
Ooh.
flyer advertising free physicals. So the person who seems to be hiding something is Nurse Odom, the school nurse. Jack's never liked her.
And I think my last one is who's paying for these physicals? Who's sponsoring these physicals?
Takes a little bit of digging, but you notice the company that seems to be sponsoring this is a company called Global Genetics.
Global Genetics.
Yep.
So this flyer, is there a sign-up sheet?
There is.
I write my name down.
Oh boy.
And I send a text. I'm going to the doctor for you.
Well,
Roar.
Tyler's working the school. What are we doing the next morning? Is anybody else going to do anything while Tyler's at the high school?
No, I'm working the line.
Ezekiel has a job.
Yeah.
Aurora had stayed up late last night recounting everything that they know so far to her pet bearded dragon to try and talk through. Saphira is a very good listener, and she was just talking through everything they know. So she actually missed her first alarm this morning. So she is running a little late trying to rush it over to her office so that she can also work but continue to look into this and wait for some updates from. She sees a text message from Tyler and it's like, normally I would be happy to hear this, but can I assume you are signing up for this odd free physical?
Read, not responded.
It's usually a yes.
I think I'm gonna pop in there. Do you need parental approval?
That's a great question, actually. Like, I can do this on my own, right? Like, I put my name down. There was no additional like paperwork or whatever. I'm gonna just tax back apparently.
I also should mention that this is way after everybody else has texted. because
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not a morning person.
Can you do that without parental approval? Apparently. Can they stop me? Like,
Well,
So
I think
Mr.
just
Simpson's-
rage against the machine gift. Fuck you. I won't do what you tell me.
nice.
I respond again with a black heart.
But Mr. Simpson's algebra class. You're in the back, Tyler, and an announcement comes over the speakers for you to report to the nurse's office.
I'm going to look stricken and wounded as I pull my stuff up. Now I won't know what the how the quadratic formula ends.
So we're gonna call it a session. We're gonna go to credits. You want to come out on the other side because all of them are about to make another move. There's an actual move called Geek Out during credits. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back. So the move is called Geek Out during credits. And at the end of the session, when the credits roll, go around the table. Each player can answer one or more of the following questions. Question number one is, how has the crew grown this session? Question number two is, which character had the most meaningful interaction with your character this session? And then the third one is, Which of your themes is under the most strain? If it collapses, what new aspect will show up in its place? Who wants to geek out first?
I'll geek out, sure.
All right. So, Sean, which one are you going to answer?
Alright. I think that the character that has had the most meaningful interactions with my character this session is definitely Miss Pena, cementing the character relationship there, which is both acrimonious and also kind of inextricably linked. Like the two of us have are attacking life from opposite directions. Is really, really fun. I think I'm going to, because she wounds me so often, add a hurt.
Yeah, you've already got a hurt 1 with her, so let's make that hurt 2.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there you go.
Anybody else? And so just real quick, the help and hurt mechanics. Helps can be spent in order to help somebody in a scene, essentially giving them a +1 power. Hurt, which is going to be very interesting, can be done to do just the opposite. So if Tyler ever wants to get in Aurora's way, he has got 2 hurt that he can work with to make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what does that do to the person pushing the hurt? Does that do?
No, it's definitely one-sided. So it's just Tyler that holds it. Yeah, and you could like Aurora could be like 3 help on Tyler, and Tyler could have 2 hurt on her, right? The relationships can be a little complicated here. Does anybody else want to geek out?
Yeah.
Do another one?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to yield the floor.
I was going to say that I do feel like the crew did grow to some degree in this session, because I think it's pretty cool that despite all of us being quite different, we dove into action, but because of this situation, I felt like everyone cared in their own way, and everyone jumped into this. I'm not quite sure like how many times we've been fighting crime and whatnot, but I felt like, oh, okay, yeah, we talk shit, but we are working on this together.
I think that is actually a really good question for the 4 of you to talk through right now. How far into this are we? So you guys were all awoken that one night, the night the time was lost or time was forgotten. I forgot what I called it. How long ago do we think that is? And have we been investigating weirdness before this, or is this our first mystery? Who has thoughts?
I don't think this is our first, but it is early. We have some familiarity when we show up at the diner. We know this is where we exchange information. We have different networks that we can build off of, but there are still secrets.
Yeah, it's a surface level. We are comfortable enough with each other to be able to jab at each other and to know basic things about each other's lives, what we do, who we care about.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not quite deep enough that I think that we would divert from our mutual goal of figuring out what's going on in the city for any of our relationships yet.
I agree. So what you can do is you should be able to open up the crew sheet, Arturo, and then flip it over and mark attention, because the crew can advance as well. It should
Yeah.
let's see. You double click on it, and if you hover over where it says crew, you should be able to flip it. There'll be a little track there to mark attention.
Marked it.
Beautiful. Anybody else have some thoughts on the geek outs? Either something that you noticed that we saw the crew grow this session, or a character that you had a meaningful interaction with? Still wicked early.
I
Go
think
ahead.
that Aurora did have a meaningful interaction with Mistress Vex in the way that Vex was so easily talking about her work. And I think that may be something that Aurora's not so comfortable with her discussing in front of Tyler specifically. Even though it's
Do you
probably
think it would have
something
been-
she deals with.
People on
Well,
my
that's
shoulder.
a good question for you. For Aurora, is it because Tyler was there, or does this type of thing just make you uncomfortable, period?
I think it's because Tyler was there, because I feel like it's stemming from the work that she's doing. She often sees children that are in situations where they're around adult things they don't need to be around. And so
Yep.
she, even though that's, not necessarily the situation happening here, she's putting that into the situation. So I think that it would be a point of hurt with Vex.
I think you have a chance to do either. And I'm going to make an argument to give you a choice here. And the reason being is that Vex immediately did not fight you on this. So that's the one thing that I noticed, is that you kind of called it out. And Vex, keep me honest here, I don't feel like you've wanted to press the issue. Do you think Vex fought that at all? Did we respect what Aurora was saying, do you think, DK?
I think I made an offhand comment like I was younger than that, but
Oh, that's right.
didn't push it past that. So
It hurt might be the right one. So yeah, if you want to add a hurt with Mistress Vex.
Also, that offhand comment.
That was really good. All right. Anything on the geek out for you, DK?
yeah, I think the banter between Vex and Sean was kind of, use my title, and then it was, oh no, we're not there. All right, but it's still Miss Vex to you. That was testing boundaries. I think
Yeah.
between the two of them. So that was interesting.
You think that brought you closer together? Do you think that's gaining a help with Tyler?
I do.
Let's do it. All right, and then we're going to do the traditional thing, which is stars and wishes. So thoughts is where I'd like to know, and this is me talking to the players. We're putting the characters aside now. For the players, thoughts is, what did we think about the setting, the system, the game itself overall? For some of you, it's the first time you've played it. For some of you, it's not the first time you've played it, or even the first time you've been exposed to it. Stars is not an award show. What Stars is us saying, this is when I was most in. This is when I felt that I was deep into the game. This is if someone were to ask me tomorrow, like, hey, I heard you played City of Mist last night, this is what I would recount back to them as a moment during the session that stuck out. And then wishes is something that you as a player are wishing for. And I think I'll start with you, Arturo. Let's start with
okay.
thoughts.
So yeah, definitely first time I play this game and this system. I'm familiar with standard PBTA, but not this thing with the tags and the themes.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it a lot. One of my early concerns came from some discussions that I had with people about it, because the idea of tag haggling came into the talk. That it's going to be a whole thing about deciding what tag +1, -1, blah blah blah. But no, everything floats super nice. It might be that the GM and the rest of the table were very effective at choosing things that made sense without trying to power game this, as you mentioned at the beginning. But I did not feel any friction there. It felt very natural to activate my character and do the role. So I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I feel like this is the right table, right? This is a table that has just instant table culture. We understand that what we're doing, and Sean, you said it best when you said, the fiction rules here, and we're not going to fight that. We're not going to try to game that. So yeah, I had similar concerns, but I can tell you, after running it a few times, the type of people that would try to do that are not the people I usually game with. So I don't know if I'm ever going to encounter that. Yeah. But I've heard that criticism too, or that concern at least.
So
Stars, when were you most in, Ezekiel? Or most in Ezekiel, not you as Ezekiel.
When was I most Ezekiel? Yeah. So I'm going to say that for me, my favorite moments are usually the in-between moments, the in-between roles, in between anything, the RP. And coming, because it was late to the party, essentially to the you meet at the tavern moment.
Right.
The banter was already going forward, but from the player's perspective, outside looking in, I was just loving all of that. I was just eating it up because everything that you just said, testing boundaries, figuring each other out on the fly, because we didn't do any pre-planning on this, was a joy to see. So I have stars for all three of you who were all at that table at that moment. So thank you for the scene.
Yeah, and I think part of that comes from us building our characters together. So I'm going to get back on that soapbox again, that I have really decided that that's what I want to do from now on. When I run games, I really love the idea, if we're going to not take pre-gens, if we're going to build characters, let's do it as a group, because I think that's what happens, is this instant bonding that happens, an understanding of each other.
Yeah.
And then wishes. So Arturo, what did you get you want more of, and what haven't you got that you'd like to see?
Wishes comes with kind of like a lesson learned. Never be late to the summons, because then you miss out on the cool scene. So wishes, I do hope to get some moment with all of you, all of your characters, as we uncover this mystery, literally. Not just me with the NPCs. So yeah, that's that. Thank you.
Yeah. DK, thoughts, stars, and wishes.
Yeah, so thoughts. I'm brand new to City of Mist. So I'm still learning all the ins and outs, tags. But if you've seen me before, I love a rules light game or a rules flexible game. If you're going, like games that have the rule of cool automatically built in. I love that. I enjoy the flexibility, and like we were talking about with character creation, doing that together, working through for a game that is so broad when it comes to Mythos Logos, and being brand new to it, it was really, really helpful to get kind of the vibe, because we did the character creation together. If you want to see beautiful creativity, go watch that episode 0. I had a blast. But so I really am enjoying this. I hope I can keep up with it and use those creativities. As far as stars go, I think this one goes to Allie, because the detail with the Zippo lighter, and the cigarettes just on that, like I could feel it. I was like, oh yeah, I would take that cigarette right then in that situation. Like, and I could actually picture Vex doing the same thing. So it was a little meta star there. So I really enjoyed that moment. It was very establishing of who that character is.
Yes.
And the environment that she's used to living in. So I think that did a really good job of kind of setting the stage for how the rest of us live in this world. And it was a simple interaction. It was just you and the NPC, but it did a lot of world building in just that little moment. So that was my star. As far as wishes go, I want to keep going, keep playing with these new rules. I'm really, really wanting to know what the hell is up with this physical. That is creeping me out. Let me just say, I'm creeped. I'm not creeped out by a lot of normal things, but this one, ugh.
Cool physicals. I found it.
So, just the vulnerability of being a minor.
Yeah.
Even though we don't, almost not legally, even though the human brain isn't developing until we're ancient.
Well,
so I think
forever.
that vulnerability is really driving me to want to know what's next.
And I feel like that is a theme that ended up pushing me over to try this game out, because one thing that it was definitely the setting that pushed me here, and kind of the pitch of this game. And I really love this idea, and I'm the one that forced you guys to all be based in Dunbar, because I really like this idea of a neighborhood that you're protecting full of a lot of vulnerable people. And it's a whole new layer of vulnerable when the vast majority of them are sleepers. and you guys have tapped into a power and an understanding of what's happening here. And we might talk about the crooked cops, we might talk about organized crime and things like that that's operating in Dunbar. The four of you suspect, no, that's not the real evil here. There is something else, and everybody's vulnerable. So I'm glad that you dug that and noticed that, because we're probably going to see more of that from me, because that's a theme in this game that I think I latched onto, and also kind of helps tap into kind of the pseudo superhero aspect of this game, which is definitely present as well. And before we get to you, Allie, one thing, as somebody who's gamed with Allie now more than a few times, Allie is very good at showing, not telling. If you go back and look at Allie's plays, Allie has a knack as a role player to say, I'm not going to tell you who my character is. I'm going to find little things that show you who they are. So it's one of the many reasons I love having Allie at my table. Allie, thoughts, stars, and wishes.
Well, heck, I mean, that's what a 12-year musical theater background gets you, by the way, is stage presence, I suppose.
How to make choices.
You derailed me because I'm not good at taking compliments, but
I know I should have warned you. I know that about you.
I have played City of Mist before. I've run City of Mist before, and not very well. Although I think my table would kindly say otherwise. But I didn't feel like I had gotten my head wrapped around it. So again, I give props to you for running it and being able to pull together. I didn't even feel like we were playing a game. This is something that I feel like I say every single time that I join one of your games, Craig, is it just feels like we're just telling stories together. And I love that. This group is so cool. Everybody is so good. But
that's where you met friction when you were running it. Like, where did you bump into it?
I think that for me, I was thinking too crunchy, kind of, especially in fights. Like, fight scenes were very hard to try and coordinate. And
they're very different in this game.
Yes. And I didn't feel like I hit a groove with the players on that, probably not until like our 4th or 5th session together. And finally it started to be like, okay, we need to be using the tags more, and we need to really be like going through the moves and utilizing the full scope of all of the moves, and really just make sure that it's fiction first, no matter what. Like, I think I was trying to flip through and reference the guidebook a little too often, but
yeah, the conflict, social. I mean, all of it falls under the same rules, right? Social conflict, fights, things like that. And it is very different. One of the things that I am anxious to get more exposure to is the idea of no hit points, right? Mm-hmm. There's no harm like we would normally see in a PBTA game. It's this idea of statuses. And when we meet our first danger, which is what you call an opposition in this game, they have a spectrum and you as a player don't know what they are, but these are ways to take that danger out of play. And it's not always hurt them, right? It's not always subdue them. There's other ways that you can affect them as well. And having run it a few times, it's shockingly easy to gain statuses in this game. And if you gain, a level 5 status at some point, you're taken out of the scene. And I'm really interested to see that, because I've not done a ton of conflict in the game, so I'm really anxious for us to get that. But it's also not necessarily what this game is either. It's interesting. It's very interesting. When were you most in, Allie? When did you feel most in City of Mist?
I mean, like DK was saying, it's the little moments. So, it wasn't necessarily specific conversations, but it's Tyler's hardcore parkour, and it's Ezekiel's continuing tripping, and it's Vex describing digging her fingernails in with the handshake with the guy at the ball. It was all of the little moments that start to make these characters feel real and like robust, and a combination of all of that. Just, I'm starting to visualize them all in my head.
Something that I saw that's as close to what Arturo, DK, and you said is this idea, and I don't think I realized it when we were making these 4 characters are very different people from each other. And there is not a whole lot of overlap in your lives, which is interesting to have this one thing that binds you. And I'm really interested to see how that plays out. This is very different than a party on a quest type situation, and going into the dungeon together. Really interested to see how that plays out. What are you wishing for, Allie? Something you want more of, or something you didn't get you'd like to see?
I'm looking forward to flexing a little bit more of our mythos. Yeah, I think we're all sitting very comfortably in the logos right now, but I'm excited to see things get a little freaky.
Oh yeah.
Sean, last but not least. First off, Sean, for those that want to find all the wonderful games that you and your partner make, where should they go? Let's start there.
Well, you can find all of the A Couple of Drakes like back catalog at a couple of drakes.itch.io. You can find Court of Blades and Hedge and Dead Belt and Feyborg and the other dozen things that we've put out there. Soon there will be on our Patreon, A Couple of Drakes Patreon, we're going to be releasing the first look at DeadNet, which is the next Born on the Belt game in the style of
Didn't realize
Dead
you were
Belt.
that close. Oh.
Yeah, it's very, very near.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. So there's that going on. But this particular game, I think that as far as thoughts, I've played it, run it as well. And I ran it probably a little too much like a supers game.
Interesting.
In that Mythos was dead set. Honestly, I think I probably would have been better served running like Apocalypse Keys, because it was very much like a bunch of freaks helping out their local community, which was fun, rad. Combat got incredibly strange and incredibly cool, but I think I failed to lean into the mystery hardware that I was swinging, and that was bad on me. This feels much more in the pocket. So I'm having a good time, I think, as everybody else has said. As far as stars,
What
I
clicked?
think the thing that clicked best was the way in which investigation can be both broad and targeted. It feels like, and obviously putting the pieces together will feel really good later, but we haven't quite gotten there. Having the amount of things that we can bank and tie in later, and it's very close to like a flashback mechanic, and I love those. Also, of course, I think our characters are really cool, and I am super stoked anytime we get to a new table and it feels like it's old and worn in, and like there's a dynamic already. That's always super.
That is something
super fun.
about this channel that I love, is that I feel like every table that ends up coming together is nobody's a stranger, which is pretty damn cool.
I mean, it's a good community. Like we all kind of bounce off each other. As far as wishes, man, I really want to touch some of these more esoteric moves. I really want to get some juice and then spend it on weird stuff. I think that right now, investigation is like where we lay our hat. I'm hoping I get to face danger very soon. Now that I've written my name down on the doomed list. I also really want to figure out how I can make Miss Pena like maybe treat me like more of an equal and less of like a charge or a ward.
Yeah, got a little bit to prove there, I think, huh?
Yeah, more than a little bit, I feel.
That's very, very cool.
Can I just real quick, like there's another thing that like I felt very, very in the moment. I was entirely ready for Bud, my mom's boyfriend, to be like a bag of ass, just in general, just being like an absolute heel. The fact that Bud showed up and was like quietly disappointed. I was not prepared for that. Like that kind of came out of nowhere, and I was immediately back-footed, and like it was very hard to be a punk kid in that moment. And I felt very Tyler right there.
That makes me really happy because the original version of that vignette was a different, the expected side of Bud.
Yeah.
And it was like 2 days ago. I'm like, no, I think let's do something different.
I think he's trying his best. God damn it.
Yeah. Like, you know what?
I hate it when you're good. I hate it.
He ain't the best guy, right? He ain't the best guy, but it's possible that he doesn't understand you, but that doesn't mean he doesn't want the best for you. We'll have to see how that plays out. Yeah. And, you know, and I also did a little bit of subversion there, you know, talking about the drinking and not eating yet and stuff like that. So I'm glad that landed.
I was like, man, I hate it when you're good. I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, the only other thing that I went into tonight with, because I knew it was gonna be an investigative heavy session, and probably maybe even the first half of next session will be very investigative. Then I think we're gonna have enough of a web that we can start facing some of this stuff, because we know where to go and who to talk to. But this is a thing that I have learned really in the last 5 or 6 years, which is when you run a mystery, just give them the damn clue. Don't be cheeky. Don't hide it. Just they look for it, just give it to them. And I have learned as a player that it makes mysteries far more enjoyable and a lot less frustrating. Because what we want is not to find the clue. What we want is the clues and then to piece them together. So one thing I'll say, you know, for those of you running this or any other mystery game, like, don't be cheeky. If they look for it, just give it to them. And you can do that with any system. You can do that with this game. You can do it with Call of Cthulhu, Trail of Cthulhu, which pretends to fix Call of Cthulhu. You can do it in Call of Cthulhu too. Just give them the damn clue. All right, guys. Follow on all the socials, yada yada, so you can find out when we play again. Love you.
Ain't it?
Howdy friends, thank you for watching. All our content is archived and organized in playlists on the Third Floor Wars YouTube channel. Check it out. And if you could like, follow, subscribe, and even set your notifications to this channel on YouTube and Twitch, we'd appreciate it, and it'll make sure that you catch all of our content. I talk with creators, designers, and experts across the gaming landscape in every episode of our podcast, Tabletop Talk. Open up your favorite podcatcher and search for Tabletop Talk from Third Floor Wars. Support your creators. They make the content you love, and it's your support that makes it happen. If you want to help us, go to Third Floor Wars on patreon.com, and you can help us for as little as $1 a month. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. Take care.